because he was a very, very humble man and did not,
Well, Lord knows when I go, I'm taking this whole place with me.
Are you?
You're all going down.
You're all going down. Oh, my goodness. Well, so here we are. We're trying to get back on.
We're back online.
Are we?
Yep.
We're back on live?
We are back on everything.
Okay. Hi, we're back. George, knock it off.
I think it's the snow.
I don't. I'm going to say it's George.
It's the sudden snow. It's making all the electronics, the phone lines and all there go goo goo gaga. So thank you, everyone. If you're, I know we had to reboot the system. We had to restart the live here on the YouTube page. Just hit refresh on your phones, or if you're on your smart TV, just exit and then re-enter the chat or re-enter the channel. Then we'll be back there. You can find the resumed live feed on today's date under WRMN Morning Show, Remembering Genius George. This is the second part of the morning show. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty on the website. On the web side, we were still live on the stick for the most part. But if you're watching us on the YouTube, things got froze up and dropped. But we are now back. Let's take a short break real quick to get ourselves together. When we come back, it's more of your recollections of our good friend George Rollinson. And again, phone lines are open. 847-931-1410, 847-931-1410. Text line, we folks are sending in photos and comments, so please, 505-926-1410 is where you can add yours. The WRMN Morning Show is brought to you by Vaselli Law. Vaselli Law specializes in municipal, real estate, and corporate law. You can visit their website, jmvchicagolaw.com. That's jmvchicagolaw.com. Or call them at 630-931-8225. That's 630-931-8225 to schedule a consultation with the team that is advising governments, defending communities, and sponsoring the WRMN Morning Show. We'll be back.
Hi, this is Sherry Aschenbrenner, Vice President of Dementia Friendly Elgin Area. Everyone knows somebody living with dementia. Caregivers and friends of those with dementia are always welcome at our Elgin Area Memory Cafe, always the second Tuesday of every month at 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. at the South Elgin Public Works Building, 1000 Bowes Road in South Elgin. Also, Dementia Friendly Elgin Area gives free 20-minute dementia awareness trainings to local businesses, church groups, to bunco groups. Just invite us. If you'd like to get put on Sherry's senior email blast list, please email us at dfelist@gmail.com. Also, you can go and visit our website at dementiafriendlyelginarea.org.
Tune in to Sherry's Senior Moments radio show on the second Thursday of each month at 9:05 a.m. until 10 a.m. on WRMN AM 1410, WRMN Radio app, or WRMN Radio on YouTube. That's Sherry's Senior Moments, providing resources and information for our seniors in the community.
Growers, retailers, friends of the field, welcome back to Field Goals by UPL North America. Playing today is new Intrava DX herbicide, the game-changing pre-emergent weed control champion with up to 28 days of residual control and the first new active ingredient in corn in more than a decade. And its opponent, troublesome broadleaf weeds and grasses, including atrazine and HPPD-resistant weeds. And folks, it doesn't look good. Hit your field goals by contacting your UPL retailer today to see how you can score Intrava DX herbicide and other crop protection products with UPL Unlimited Financing. Always read and follow label directions.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast, right here on WRMN 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Newry with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Whether you're working third shift or you're just a night owl, catch the most listened to overnight talk radio program in North America, Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
We are AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees. We represent 700,000 federal and D.C. government workers who are the vital threads of the fabric of American life. We support our nation's military. We take care of our nation's veterans. We protect our nation's borders. We respond to our nation's crises and natural disasters. We provide services to our nation's seniors. The American Federation of Government Employees. We work for America.
We
We are AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees. We represent 700,000 federal and D.C. government workers who are the vital threads of the fabric of American life. We support our nation's military. We take care of our nation's veterans. We protect our nation's borders. We respond to our nation's crises and natural disasters. We provide services to our nation's seniors. The American Federation of Government Employees. We work for America.
Toast and jam to our very own George, Genius George. So we are toasting George, and this is our jam this morning.
You are unforgettable, though near or far, like a song of love that clings to me. How the thought of you does things to me. Never before has someone been more unforgettable in every way. And forevermore, that's how you stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
And that was the Toast and Jam for today, dedicated to our good friend George Rawlinson, who passed away yesterday. Our Facebook page is full of memories that folks are posting on the entry that we have for our good friend Genius George. You're always welcome to share your own, whether it be on our social medias, again, facebook.com/WRMN radio. I see the audience is returning here on our YouTube page.
Come on back, everybody. Hector Soto said they lost power as well.
Everybody was losing power, so that
I can't get over it. So when I listened to the news this morning, they said we were supposed to get some snow, but they did not predict this. So I'm wondering if this shifted, because it was supposed to be more farther south, I believe. But yeah, we're getting it. We're getting hit hard. So if you are out there driving, it is 7:25 this morning. Listen, if you are going to work, take your time, leave early. If you didn't leave early, take your time. You'll get there when you get there. You were saying, Elliot, where are all these accidents being reported?
Yeah, well, there was our fire trustee Eddie had commented on the YouTube that numerous accidents are being reported. Please drive with extreme caution. Snow is expected to end around 9 a.m. Looking at the WRMN Morning Show weather report, yes, here it says we're looking maybe about up to an inch of accumulation. It's going to be cloudy and windy, much colder, with deteriorating road conditions. We knew that in the last hour. Plan for a slow and slippery evening commute. We're going to hit a high today of 31. And tonight we're going to have strong winds, partly cloudy with a low of 14 degrees. Right now, according to AccuWeather, we've got snow going for at least the next hour. So please be mindful, be careful as you're driving around the Fox River Valley and towards the city. Tomorrow, it's going to be breezy in the morning, high of 26 and a low of 23. Friday, windy with snow and flurries, a high of 35 and a low of 15. Then it gets really cold this weekend. On Saturday, high of 17, a low of 7. And Sunday, a high of 16 and a low of 6. So it's going to be wintry weather before things start warming up ever so slightly next week. Well, it's going to get, I take that back. It's going to get a little more frigid going into next week. But so far, our temperatures have been rebounding fairly well. So a lot of those forecasts can be revised or revisited. There we go. And that is our WRMN Morning Show weather report. For those of you who have been listening on the stick, thank you so much for bearing with us as we deal with our different technology issues. Thank you for those of you who have returned to the YouTube page, or if you're listening to us on the streaming app, we should be back, as well as on any of your smart speakers. If you ever want to listen to us on your smart speaker, all you have to do is tell your smart speaker to play WRMN 1410 AM, and then we will be there. Phone lines are open, 847-931-1410. Text line also at 505-926-1410. We're going to be hitting a break in just a minute. So if you wanted to call, hold off until we get back from the bottom of the hour break, and then you can share.
Or sit on hold.
Or sit on hold. A lot of folks, they don't like sitting on hold. Because it rains and it rains. I mean, it rings and it rings. Or you get picked up. It picks you up right away, and then you hear us talking, and you're wondering why you're what. It's like you become a ghost that can see the world around you, but you can't interact with it. So you can hear everyone talking, but you can't say anything.
But you can't say a word.
Can't say a word. Maybe you'll go up into the ceiling and play with our electronics and make our lights flicker.
I'm telling you, it was George. I'm telling you. He's like, stop talking about me. I don't like this.
We can stop talking about him.
No, we're not. Not today.
Then I don't want George taking out my phone lines. Maybe that's why no one's calling. No, that's why people couldn't get through. Now, of course, here on the WRMN Morning Show, being the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town, we want to make sure that you have a voice that's being heard. So today, I know there are times when we get caught up in a bunch of things and not everyone gets to be on air. Today, we want to get as many people as possible on the air. So again, it's 847-931-1410. Oh, look at that. A call just came in. Caller on line 1. Hold on. This is a short bottom of the hour break. When we come back, we will get to you. Today, it's a memorial edition of the WRMN Morning Show, remembering our good friend George Rollinson, a.k.a. Genius George. You, his WRMN radio family, are welcome to call in and share your memories. All that and more when we come back to the WRMN Morning Show.
Be safe.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
I'm Nick Freeman, and here's what was happening in Elgin, our fair city, on January 14th, 1926. Mashers sought for activities. Police are combing the neighborhood of Grant School today for the masher who yesterday afternoon was reported to have frightened a number of small schoolgirls. He was reported as something more dangerous than a peeping Tom, and every effort is being made for his capture. The disturber has made a practice of concealing himself in a bush on the Lawrence Avenue side of the Grant School. Yesterday, 3 girls were strolling homeward when the fellow leaped from the bush and attempted to grasp one of the girls. She eluded him easily and ran to safety. He abandoned the chase for the girl and started in pursuit of the other 2 girls, both of whom escaped. The alleged moron is described as of medium height, gray hair, wearing glasses, and dressed in a dark coat and cap. L.A. Eppenstein of Vincent Place reported the activities of the disturber, his small daughter being one of the 3 girls who complained of his annoyances. The police department will station several officers in bushes in the vicinity of the school for the remainder of the week, and an arrest may be expected.
Elgin 100 Years Ago is a presentation of the Elgin History Museum. Be sure to visit the museum located at 360 Park Street in Elgin, open Wednesday through Saturdays 11 to 4. You can also listen to Elgin 100 Years Ago at www.elginhistory.org.
Clutter happens, but junk doesn't have to weigh you down. At the Junk Luggers, we're your full-service junk removal and hauling pros, tackling everything from single-item pickups to major cleanouts. We handle the heavy lifting, and with our commitment to the green way, we rehome and recycle to keep your unwanted items out of landfills. So, whether you're clearing out the garage, downsizing, or saying goodbye to old furniture, we make the process eco-friendly and easy. Call 1-800-LUG-JUNK or visit junkluggers.com today. Let's save your space and the planet together.
Before the weather gets too cold, it's time to finish up those outdoor jobs. That's why ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and to the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blade. Today, periods of snow showers before 2 p.m. with mostly cloudy skies. High near 29, temperatures falling to around 20 in the afternoon. Windy with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 12. Currently, it is 31 with moderate snowfall. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
You're back. We're back. It's the WRMN Morning Show on WRMN 1410 AM.
This is the WRMN Morning Show coming to you live from the snow globe that is Studio 14.
Yeah, who shook this up? George? Did you shake all of this up?
We're in downtown Elgin, and yep, the streets are getting coated with snow right now. We talked about that in the last few weather updates. Be careful. I know a big storm was coming down from the northwest heading southeast, so just be careful as you're driving around, especially you guys in the big trucks and SUVs that think that because you've got all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive that you can just, zoom over everything like you're a NASCAR racer or something. You can still hydroplane. Doesn't matter how big your tires are. You can still hydroplane. So please be careful as you're driving. We have been talking about our good friend George Rawlinson, also known as Genius George, who we learned passed away yesterday. And just spending a lot of time just giving our recollections, talking about the impact that George had on our lives. Folks have been calling in and talking about him, and we do have a caller on the line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Oh, there she is, the Miss Beautiful Linda Carter. Good morning, Miss Linda Carter.
Yes, my heart was sad about George, but you know what? Like in our church, he fought a good fight,
12 years.
He fought a good fight, Every time I would text him, he would call me his friend and say, keep the faith. He said, I got that from you, Linda. I'm keeping the faith.
Aww.
I said, that's good, because that's what we have to do. Faith means hope. People don't know what faith means. That's why I said keep the faith. Faith means hope.
Absolutely, and boy, did he.
Yeah, George had a lots of hope, lots of faith, lots of strength, and I hate to see that. But I hate to see you gone. But like I said, he's not suffering no more, and people don't understand. When you work in hospitals, and I was a nurse's aide for 16 years, and see people suffering, that's not good.
I agree. I watched my dad suffer horribly, and it's not fair.
Me too. My mama, she had cancer. And she suffered. You know what? She really didn't suffer like I thought she would because she had bone cancer. And that's the worst cancer I heard. But but she was 80. But you know what? I'm sorry to hear George pass, but I'm glad he's not suffering and running to the hospital every 5 minutes and everything, to get chemo or whatever he had to go through.
Mm-hmm.
I just give my praise out to his daughter. I know he had one daughter. I didn't know her name. I know he told me a long time ago, but I forgot her name and everything. But he's going to be missed, and special, like somebody said, he the one that started, everybody, guess the song name, you call in and you guess the person who's singing the songs and everything. He was a good spirit.
I love that. He was an amazing human being.
And he knew everything. George, especially Chicago. I never did. I won a ticket up to the American Legion about, he would take people to Chicago and tell them what this and what's that. I never did get to go with him because I think at the time he got sick too. And I think I still have the piece of paper where I won at the American Legion when he supposed to took me to Chicago.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you know how you say how he knows everything. I was showing Elliot on my notebook when I very first got on the air. I write down questions and ideas for questions of the day, and I had probably written down about 10 questions. And then in the corner circled, I wrote Genius George and his phone number because I knew if I needed anything about, talk about anything, or he just knew everything. So it was funny because it was literally right after I came on the air that I wrote it down.
Yeah.
So
yes, he did. So, but he'll be missed, but he's not suffering. So
nope, and he's just going to mess with our electric.
I know it. Did y'all say anything about snow?
No, we didn't. When I watched the news this morning before I left for here, they said a little snow farther south. But yeah, we didn't expect this coming in. But yeah, be safe because it's really, really, really coming down. If you don't have to go anywhere, don't go.
I told my husband he's not going. I can't drive. I don't drive in this. He can't go to dialysis today. I'm sorry. He just got to stay at home.
Yeah, no, this is not worth. No, definitely not worth. Maybe if he can reschedule it for later today, it's supposed to clear up.
No, that's all right. He'll be all right.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Linda.
You guys have a blessed day.
You too, girl. All right. We love you.
Good morning, caller.
Good morning, caller. Who dis?
Morning, Susie. Morning, Elliot.
Hi, Sidekick. How are you?
Yeah, I want to give my deepest sympathies to Genius George, his family. That's awful.
Mm-hmm.
Who is our friend.
Definitely.
Yeah, I want to cry right now. I'll cry later.
Yep, I've been holding it back. I've already cried a couple times on the air, but if anybody knows me, I wear my heart on my sleeve and I cry very easily. Elliot makes fun of me, but he knows.
I already know
me cry.
I know the songs I can play that, boom, going to set her going.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is our beloved around?
Yeah, but I have a weird story.
Okay.
Like yesterday or the day before, I was saying Channel 7 because I wanted to watch the TV shows. And I was like, into the remote, Channel 7. It kept going to ESPN, or I kept doing something else. And then I couldn't get my show right away, and Becky had to come in and help me. She said, try this. And eventually got it worked again. So
that's so weird.
Yeah, it never happened before. Becky's smart. Well, she knows how to.
She's more tech savvy.
I guess so.
That's what. Yeah, definitely. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, let's let Becky give us her thoughts about George and whatever else she wants to talk about.
Okay, here's Becky.
Hello.
Good morning.
My sympathies for George and his family.
Yeah, we're all pretty sad this morning.
Yeah.
You got anything going on today?
I'm working on the last of that blanket.
All right. I'm still trying to find anybody that's got extra yarn. But if you guys don't have to go anywhere, don't go anywhere today. It's really getting loud. This snow is coming down hard. So everything is covered. So just be safe.
Somebody near here had a light pole or something because the electric tried to go out a couple times and then it zapped the TV.
Oh, maybe because we had it here. We went down. Our internet went down for a second. So, yeah.
And then we heard the sirens real close. So,
have you tried your new radio?
She has. I haven't. She put it in her room.
Oh, okay.
I've been watching on YouTube.
Oh, very good. So I'm waving at you right now. Well, thank you, ladies, for calling in. We'll let Sidekick say her goodbye.
Oh, I got a weird story.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I like this song by Jelly Roll, Heartfelt Hallelujah.
Oh, him and Brandon Lake. Oof, girl, that takes me to church every time.
I had never heard of Brandon Lake before, Don.
Oh, he's good.
So
And he's cute, too.
I put on a Spotify list of new country and new Christian, and there it was Brandon Lake. I'm like, that's not Jelly Roll. And then the next day on GMA, there he was singing the song.
Yep. If you get the opportunity obviously after our show, go on YouTube and pull up the video and watch it. You will just get goosebumps. It is the Heartfelt Hallelujah, and it's Brandon Lake and Jelly Roll, and it's just amazing. One of my favorites. It'll definitely probably be a morning jam one morning.
Yeah.
So, all right, Chica, you have a wonderful day, and thank you for calling.
You too. Here's Psychic Susan.
All righty.
So I had to drink some coffee because I'm crying over.
That's okay.
But love you downtown, Jose. See you later.
All right. You guys have a great day and be safe. Thanks for calling. Bye.
Good morning, caller.
Good morning, caller. Who this?
It's David.
It is David. I knew that. I could always tell when it's you. How are you, David?
Hi. Hanging in there, but, because of hearing what happened, automatically horrible.
Yeah.
So, I mean, his voice was sounding a little, different, especially last month when he called in, and it's like, oh, boy, I hope everything's okay. I don't know.
Probably the chemo and whatever else he was doing was getting
to if the cancer doesn't kill you, the chemo will. And the chemo's rough stuff. Did he have any children?
He did. He has one daughter. That's what I'm told. So, yeah, and I heard she's very, very nice. So, yep, that is all I know.
Well, I think we are fortunate to have talked to him, and I didn't know him much, but you didn't need to know him much. You saw him, you talked to him, you already knew him because he was genuine, real, kind, loving. An amazing individual. And so it was my privilege to talk to him the little bit I did, and I'm deeply saddened by this. I remember years ago, and Steve Thorne, shout out to George Rollinson, struggling a bit, and I just remember his show. Hey, Joe, what do you know? See, or is that my take on it? Hey, Joe, we know. Just all like keeping it lighthearted.
I love it.
Steve Thorne's a nice person too. Very
Absolutely.
nice. Is he still with the station?
Steve Thorne? I think so.
Yeah,
I think he has
he does
a show.
He's done a show.
Well, be safe. Is it snowing pretty bad where you're headed? I know you're headed towards West Chicago.
The roads aren't too bad, but they're icy, snowy, dangerous. The temperature's 26. It keeps falling.
Okay.
And the salt works okay now, but it's not going to be working so good. So, in the supreme cold weather.
Well, it's supposed to quit snowing around 9. So get your butt to work. Be safe. And we appreciate you, David. You know that.
Yeah. So thank you. And so when I remember at Spaghetti Palooza, I wasn't going to go originally, but then I ended up going, and I sat at the head table with the sponsors, George and was the one who died recently. What was his name? I can't think of his name. Who had Parkinson's or is paralyzed or for the Spaghetti Palooza.
Oh, are you talking? Well, no, West Side Fred.
No.
Okay, then I'm not really sure who.
They had a spaghetti dinner in honor of his widow. What was it? I forget.
Somebody
will
text it in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Traffic is just awful. Oh.
All right.
Okay. Go on and be safe, David.
Okay.
All right. Have a good day, and
we'll talk
condolences to the family.
Thank you, David. Bye.
Thank you.
Good morning, caller.
Good morning, caller. Who dis?
Good morning, it's Trusty Pat.
Hi, Trusty Pat.
Hi. I kind of had to collect myself after the Vince Gill song "Go Rest High."
Same.
So fitting for George. So I met George probably 30 years ago through the Republican Party when I was running for office as a trustee back that long ago, whatever it was. So anyway, just a wonderful man. He gave of himself more, and he didn't give of himself for money. He gave of himself as a friend, and I had never met him before. And he became an instant friend, and he considered me a friend. And I love that about him. He was just one of these guys that he got talking about dogs, and he said, "Hey, I've got an idea for a book. It's the dog is." We got talking about somehow the dog's a Fairhope. My wife had just been a Fairhope. She brought back a book about dogs at Fairhope, and he said, "I'm thinking about that. Do you have dogs?" And I said, "Yeah." So he actually did a page or a whole, pages on probably was 50 to 75 people in Elgin with their dogs and a story about their dogs. And he would publish these books, and several people he published books for, and he was such a creative guy, did such a wonderful job. I don't think he got much gain out of that. He just did it because he was a good guy. He grew up in Chicago during the times of probably some of the some notorious characters, living back then, and he knew of them. He knew what they are. And he grew up, he knew the guys that became like Chicago. He knew of them when they were in a garage band prior to that. Styx. He knew the guys from Styx. He knew of them before they became famous. He was such an interesting guy, so much knowledge. I always said if I was ever on Cash Cab, which I'll never be,
I
I'd
love
have
that
him as my
shout.
call out.
Oh, he
I
would
do,
definitely
too.
be my phone shout out. Absolutely. Because there's nothing that man did not. He stored so much like trivia and so much in his brain. It was amazing.
Yes, right. And I of the things that he shared when we shared together of things, he was right on. And so it was so great. We had our love of basketball together and so forth. But he's a Christian man. I knew that. On November the 5th, I invited him to my church for a businessman's breakfast. He was there. You wouldn't know that he didn't feel well because he never would let on that he didn't feel well. But I could tell didn't. But I never questioned him on it one way or the other. But he dressed impeccably all the time.
That fedora.
He was a wonderful person in so many ways. He helped so many people that we'll never know. But I do know he had a daughter because I invited him. I asked him one time what he was going to do for Christmas. It was just a weird thing. And I said, would you like to come over and have Christmas lunch with my family, on Christmas morning? And he said no, that he was going to spend the time with his daughter. So I do know that. But shout out to all these people that are calling about George. And thanks for doing a special piece for him. And he's very deserving.
Absolutely. And thank you,
all.
Trustee Pat. And thank you again for the call yesterday. That meant a lot to me.
Welcome.
Bye, honey. Our very own Dino DeLaley, Downtown Jose, comes in on the YouTube and says, all first shifters will miss Genius George. He was a beautiful human being. And our very own Dino DeLaley comes in and says, I can talk about George forever. However, nothing witty or profound. Just all my love and respect to my dear friend. Ken Husky, so sad for us that George has passed. No more suffering for George. Absolutely agreed. He suffered in silence and just made sure the world smiled. I mean, whether you met him for 5 minutes or you met him, talked for hours, he was just an incredible human. Carrie Johnson said, tremendous loss. George will be missed. I'm blessed to have known him. Nicole Dean, he was a wonderful man, very sad. Some of these are from Facebook. I want to make sure we get these. Maggie Byer, he was such a giving and caring, wonderful man. Jim Flenke, rest in peace, George, with prayers. I'm going to add those prayers to our count today. They deserve it. Jeff Walsma, condolences to the family and friends. Cindy Iden, so sorry. That is Cindy from Leaving Scarlet. Sam Olson, my first time meeting George was on WRMN when I was a guest for his Tribute to the Troops show about 12 years ago. I was fortunate to have met him and known him. I am very grateful for his incredible support over the years. He will be missed deeply. Wow, interesting. I didn't know he had a Tribute to the Troops show. John Guiney said he interviewed his daughter. George interviewed John Guiney's daughter on that show as well. I went to high school with him, and that's how we reconnected. I'm going to miss him terribly. And John Guiney sent in a picture of George, varsity basketball, Conan High School, 1974. I will post that on the Facebook page, the WRM Facebook page, and any other photos that you guys are sending in. Again, we would love all your comments, stories, anything that you want to talk about George. You can send us a text at 505-926-1410, 505-926-1410. You can say a little something on the YouTube, and that's anytime. Or you can give us a call, 847-931-1410. And we have a caller right now. So good morning, caller. Who dis?
Hi.
Good morning.
Hello, caller. You're on the air at WRMN, the WRMN Morning Show.
Hi, can you hear me?
Oh, we can now. Yep. Good morning. Who's this?
Hang on. It's John.
Oh, hi, John. Sorry.
Hi.
How are you? Sorry, it was hard to hear you at the beginning.
Hang on. Thing suddenly kicked back on and you was getting a feed blowback.
Yeah, turn your radio down.
Yeah, I got it.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say, we didn't know each other real well. We went to high school together, and my wife Sally and I went there too, and neither of us knew him. We ran in different circles, but he always claimed that he was the wrong one to have the nickname Genius, and he kept talking about how smart I was, and I'm not all that smart. But I actually reconnected him in that troop show he did. He interviewed my daughter, and he said to my daughter Mary, he said, I think he even said it on the air, he said, is your father named John? She said, oh, I went to high school with him, and that's how we reconnected. And subsequently, I got to know entire WRMN family, and I would never have known Mark or Larry Jones or you too. And I will always appreciate him for that. And in recent years, we had our 50th high school reunion about a year and a half ago, and a group of us kind of got together and decided, let's get together for lunch once every month or two. And that son of a gun would always sneak pay for everybody every time we went out to lunch.
Such
and
a
I said,
kind
you gotta
man.
quit doing that. We have, we owe you lunch. And it's like, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And when the last one he went to with us was at the end of October, and that's when he told us about his brain tumors, and he was about to start going heavy duty into treatment, and he did not look too well, and I just had a sense that maybe not, but that he kept coming back and for years, and wasn't supposed to last this long. So we've all been very, very lucky to have known this man.
Oh,
if you've known him for the last 12 years, you got lucky, because was a terrific human being.
Well, it's amazing to me that he fought. Is my mic up? Sorry. It's amazing to me he fought as hard as he did and as long as he did. Other people would have given up. But his absolute faith and positivity and what he wanted to leave other people was such a legacy, and I think that pushed him. And you know what? My new saying is going to be like George. Be like George, because if everyone in this world was as kind and just as kind-hearted and sweet as George, this world would be so much of a better place.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do for quite a while now.
Well, you're awesome. See the impact he had?
He's had an effect.
I love that. I said, see the impact, even the smallest things that he affected you to go forward and be kinder, and not that you weren't before. I don't mean it like that. Please don't take it like that, but to be like George. So we'll be right back. I hate to cut you off, but we're going to a break.
Thanks.
Hi there, Tammy Scully here from Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. Join me and my sidekicks, Nancy and Becky, for valuable lifestyle tips and unique views and insights on interesting topics and everyday situations, providing nonstop fun and chuckles for all. Get the scoop on consumer news, deep dive on current events, and learn about the newest economic trends, from exercise and gardening to music, travel, recipes, sports, pets, real estate, media, and everything in between. And it's all sprinkled with a healthy helping of bad dad jokes and interesting fun facts to boot. Tune in Mondays through Thursdays from 2 to 4 p.m. for a little fun, frolic, and infotainment. Join us, won't you?
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Progressive. Illinois Supreme Court Justice Mary Jane Tice has announced her retirement effective January 29th. Tice has served on the High Court since 2010, including a term as Chief Justice. First District Appellate Justice Sanjay Taylor has been appointed to fill her seat through 2028. Illinois casinos reported $169.1 million in adjusted gross revenue last month, up 7.6% from a year ago. Rivers Casino in Des Plaines led the state, while Wind Creek Chicago Southland also saw strong growth. The state's Get Covered Illinois program has again extended the deadline to enroll in health insurance through the state's marketplace. Illinois residents now have until January 31st to sign up for coverage beginning February 1st after previous deadlines in December. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
I'm Nick Freeman, and here's what was happening in Elgin, our fair city, on January 14th, 1926. Mashers sought for activities. Police are combing the neighborhood of Grant School today for the masher who yesterday afternoon was reported to have frightened a number of small schoolgirls. He was reported as something more dangerous than a peeping Tom, and every effort is being made for his capture. The disturber has made a practice of concealing himself in a bush on the Lawrence Avenue side of the Grant School. Yesterday, 3 girls were strolling homeward when the fellow leaped from the bush and attempted to grasp one of the girls. She eluded him easily and ran to safety. He abandoned the chase for the girl and started in pursuit of the other 2 girls, both of whom escaped. The alleged moron is described as of medium height, gray hair, wearing glasses, and dressed in a dark coat and cap. L.A. Eppenstein of Vincent Place reported the activities of the disturber, his small daughter being one of the 3 girls who complained of his annoyances. The police department will station several officers in bushes in the vicinity of the school for the remainder of the week, and an arrest may be expected.
Elgin 100 Years Ago is a presentation of the Elgin History Museum. Be sure to visit the museum located at 360 Park Street in Elgin, open Wednesday through Saturdays 11 to 4. You can also listen to Elgin 100 Years Ago at www.elginhistory.com.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blade. Today, periods of snow showers before 2 p.m. with mostly cloudy skies. High near 29, temperatures falling to around 20 in the afternoon. Windy with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 12. Currently, it is 31 with moderate snowfall. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot. All to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
Are you looking to buy, sell, or trade something? Maybe clean out that attic or basement?